Good morning everyone! If this is your first time on my channel, welcome! I am Giovanni Fasano, corporate finance consultant since 2009. Over the years, I've seen startups grow, crash, recover, and sometimes simply evaporate. One thing always remains: Excel. Loved, hated, misused, but always there. Today we are talking about just that. Excel for startups. Here is what we will cover in today's video. The 3 essential financial models every startup needs, the most common Excel mistakes, again, how to get started as a final bonus self-assessment tool I actually use with my clients. Of course, all of this after our intro. Before we dive into the first chapter, a gentle reminder. If you find value in this content, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and maybe even hit the bell icon. Each week I publish videos with practical tips for those who want to build a business. Chapter 1, which are the 3 financial models every startup should be able to build in Excel. Just 3. But don't write. Number 1, break-even point. The one that tells you when, if ever, you will stop losing money. The basic formula is the one. Break-even equal fixed cost divided by unit price less variable cost per unit. An example, let's say you run a self-service laundry. Your rent is $1,000 per month, fixed cost. The average wash costs $5, with $1 in variable cost for electricity, water, detergent, and so on. So your unit margin is $4, and the break-even is 250 washes per month. That means if you do 249, you lose money. If you do 251, you start breathing again. Second spreadsheet, 5-year financial plan. This one is not optional, it is the backbone of every serious business plan. It should include at least a projected income statement, a balance sheet, maybe a simplified one, and a cash flow statement, at least operating cash flow. So you start with sales assumptions, add cost, fixed, variable, depreciation, and taxes. Yes, even if you haven't made $1 yet. Recall to adjust for seasonality if needed, for tourism, food, events, and always include conservative, realistic, and optimistic scenarios. And again, no, 300% growth per year for 5 years is not a scenario, it's a fairy tale. The last one is the cash flow statement and the burn rate calculation. Now we enter into the danger zone, because cash, like passion, runs out. Burn rate is the speed at which your startup eats cash. So if you spend $8,000 a month and just bring in $2,000, your monthly burn rate is $6,000. So the runaway is cash available divided by the monthly burn rate. So with $60,000 in the bank and $6,000 burn rate, you have got 10 months to either find clients or come out with very good excuses. Investors ask this question every time. How much runway do you have? And now let's have a look at the most common Excel mistakes. To be honest, Excel is a minefield. Here's a small selection of horror stories witnessed. First, no formula at all. Isn't there a sum here? No, I just type the numbers. So marvelous, recreational finance. Again, random pricing. One founder wants to sell shoes at $39, but they cost $42 to make. When I pointed out, he said, but at the beginning I need to keep prices low, no time logic. Sometimes spreadsheet starting randomly in July and hopping around. Again, unrealistic margin. 70% gross margin of food startup is not realistic. No separation between fixed and variable cost. That looks like saying, I pay $50 at the restaurant, okay, but for what? And now, getting started, even if you hate Excel. Here's the good news. You don't need to be a controller. Just open a spreadsheet, create 3 columns, and use a bit of common sense. So, which are the columns? Month, revenues, and expenses. And then go. Use formulas like sum, if, vertical lookup, or more modern XLOOKUP, and of course a small interest formula if you have loans to pay back. My advice, forget free spreadsheets. Their only real virtue is, well, being free. And that's about it. Learn how to use Excel with formulas, charts, and you want to push it, pivot tables. And please don't use Excel like Word. It's a math tool, not a digital napkin. And now, the promised bonus. In the description below, you will find a link to download my startup self-assessment test. It's a well-structured Excel file I use with clients to answer one question. Is your idea already structured like a business or not yet? In other words, are you ready for investors? What's inside? 10 critical questions, each with a score. Evaluates areas like sector, team, innovation, market validation, competitive edge, business model, calculates the total score and gives a clear range. So, how to read your score? Above 80 points, you can start pitching to investors. Of course, the closer to 100, the better your odds. Between 16 and 80, some got foundations, but a few key elements need to work before seeking capital. Between 40 and 59, not ready yet. Major issues need to be resolved first. Below 40, the project needs serious rethinking or should be founded via grants, bootstrapping, or informal networks. So that means you are not ready for investors. The test doesn't replace a business plan, of course, but it helps you understand if writing one makes sense at this stage. As a conclusion, at the end of the day, Excel is just a mirror. It doesn't create value, it reveals it. If your business model doesn't hold up in Excel, it probably won't survive in real life either. Before printing brochures, launching a holding company, or emailing venture capitalists, open a spreadsheet. If this video was useful, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, let me know in the comment which Excel model you would like me to explore next. See you next week, someplace. Take care.